Abandoned dogs are an issue in Yuma, Arizona. However, the issue with older dogs being abandoned is more prevalent. A lot of these abandoned dogs come from military families who move often and deploy overseas. The issue is that there's not enough space in the Humane Society and other facilities to house all the abandoned pets. The issue of abandoned dogs affects everyone because if they don't have a home to go to, they will be running the streets. The underlying causes of this effect is military families are not stable enough to keep animals for the full life of the pet. This could be because they don't fit the lifestyle of the family or they lose their cuteness after the initial year when they are a puppy and get older. Community development includes pets because there's a cost and a burden for the community associated with homeless pets. My first community partner is an organization called Old Souls Canine Rescue and Retirement Home, and they specialize in older dogs who are abandoned and rescue dogs who have been injured or abandoned. The organization uses controversy with civility because they don't judge the owner's decision to give up their animals. They understand that the owner's minds are made up and they respect their decision despite having a different opinion. The organization has decided to collaborate with local military bases, local community, vets, and other shelters to develop a foster care program for owners who may not be ready to commit to a pet for life. The organization allows members of the community to help in many ways. People have the option of donating money, educating, volunteering, fostering, adopting, fundraising, transporting, networking, and sponsoring within the organization. Unfortunately for me, the organization had to downsize their volunteer force, which meant I had to look elsewhere. The next organization I decided to help is the Humane Society of Yuma. Their mission is to reduce the number of homeless pets through adoption, rescue, and spay and neuter programs. The organization is probably the largest in helping homeless pets in the city. They are wonderful citizens who put the animals as their utmost importance. I will be volunteering in the shelter to provide for the dogs and render care if needed. Most of the dogs in the home are homeless and others are disabled or older, so they will not need much playtime, but need plenty of attention and care. I contacted the organization by first submitting a volunteer application and registering for orientation. Because the other organization had to reduce their volunteers, I was on a strict timeline and had to visit the facility to get an earlier date on the registration. I was given a tour of the facility and got to interact with some of the dogs during their playtime. They have a huge dog park and let the dogs out twice a day. Their facility is very well maintained because of the help of their volunteers. One thing that I learned about the issue is that the number of stray dogs can be significantly reduced by spaying and neutering dogs and the responsible ownership of dogs. If a dog becomes a stray, if they are fixed, they will not reproduce, causing more strays. Also, there are lost dogs being dropped off to the shelter every day, and there's a good percentage of them that don't get reunited with their owners. This is a sign of abandonment. I realize that it takes individual owners to be responsible with their animals. It also takes education of new owners so that they can do their research on the trials of being a dog owner for the life of their pet, not just during the puppy phase. The major issue is abandoned dogs. The causes are pet owners in the military moves or deployments, and families not ready to care for their pets indefinitely. The effects include homeless and abandoned dogs, facilities not being able to handle the amount of dogs turned in versus the amount of adoptions, and the effects of the effects can be the health of the individuals, as dogs who are not immunized can carry disease. The dogs can die from a car crash, leaving their corpse on the side of the road, and dogs bite on pedestrians. This project made me realize that there are a lot of issues with owners being responsible. The Humane Society of Yuma and the Old Souls Canine Retirement Home are very aggressive with their adoption efforts. However, it will not solve the root problem. The root of the problem can be solved with education and engagement with new owners. This option should be given at every place that sells animals, from pet stores to private breeders. In the future, I hope to be one of the many responsible owners who take care of their pets unconditionally and to the end. Pets are important members of the home and members of the family.